Hello guys, welcome to Reactive Coding channel. We are back with a new video. So in this video tutorial, we are going to install Java in your machine. For developing Java application, you need to install two softwares. One is JDK, which helps you to compile and run your code into your machine. And another one is Java editors, where you will write your code. We are going to use IntelliJ IDEA for now. For now, initial stages, we are going to use Notepad or Note Editor right now, which will helps you to make less mistakes of syntax while writing your code. After some practice, we will move to the editors. So if you already installed JDK in your machine, then you can skip this video and watch the next video. If you haven't installed JDK, then please watch this video till the end. We are going to cover installation for two operating system. One is Windows and another one is Linux. For Mac user, you will find the steps for installing Java in your Mac in the description below. So without wasting further more time, let's get started. So I'll probably open the Chrome and go to the Google and uh, I'll put download JDK. So you'll see here Oracle website is there. So by the use of this, you can download JDK installed in your machine. So I'll probably click this link. So you'll see here there are number of Java versions are there. Java Standard Edition 15, Java SE 14, Java 11, Java SE 11, which is LTS. LTS stands for long-term support, and Java it is also a stable version. So uh, LTS more stable, LTS versions are more stable. So we are going to install Java 11 in my machine and start developing the application. So I'll click on this the download link, and then it will show you some of the what we can say options for Linux and for Mac and for Windows. So I'm using Windows right now, so I'll click this link and it will ask me to check this box. There are some of license agreement. We will not going to read that one right now, so we'll probably skip that step and then download JDK. I'll hit this, so it will ask me to sign in. So you can use your login credential for signing. If you haven't created your account before, so you can click this link, create account, and it will open. I had opened into a new tab, so you have to put email and password and country, blah blah blah, some of the details of yours you can put and create your account and go back to that window again, and then you have to sign in into that. So I had already created my account, so I'll use my credential to log in and then download the JDK. So as you can see here, I'm signing in, so it will download a JDK for me. So as you can see here, download is started, but I had already downloaded it, so I'm not going to download it again. So I'll probably pause this right now and go into my file explorer, and I had already downloaded that, so I'll going to install that one. So I'm double click, it will open a pop-up window which will you can put yes, and then the installation step is started, so you have to put next till the you'll finish, you'll find the finish option. So I'll hit next. So I'll close this right now. So for Windows, you have to set up an environment variable. So I'll close all the windows and right click on this PC right here and go into the properties. You can do it by this way, or you can find this PC and then right click and go to the properties, and you have to go in the system, advanced system settings. You have to go in the environment variable. uh, you have to set up a path. So I'll probably go into the file explorer again, which is this PC, and then I'll go into the C drive and program files. In Java folder you'll find that here JDK 11 is installed. You have to go into that folder, or if you install Java JDK 8, then you have to go into simultaneous folder accordingly. So I'm going to go into the 11 folder and go into the bin folder. Once you get into that bin folder, you have to copy this path. So I'll control C for copy. I'll use control C for copy, and then go back to my environment variable, and I'm using user variable for this user, and there is a global variables like system variables. So I'll add into that both the path in my local variables and the global variable also. So I'll give the variable name. You can give whatever the name you like test you can give, but I'm not going to give taste, because in the future if you seeing that variable name, so I can able to identify why I had put this uh, environment for. So it would be help me to identify that one. So I'll give the Java home 11 and then paste my path and hit OK. And in the global variable or system variables, you'll find that paths here. You have to double click, or you can use edit, and in that you have to put new, and then you have to paste your path and then hit OK. OK and OK. So you'll come out of everything. So for testing the environment is set up or not, so we'll write one sample code. Don't worry if you not following anything, don't worry right now. We will going to cover in the upcoming tutorial. So we'll only testing whether the JDK is installed in your machine properly or not. So go into that start menu and type cmd, which is command prompt, and write a Java hyphen version. So as you can see here, we had installed Java successfully, but we will make sure by writing one code. So I'll create one folder here. I'll name this as a reactive coding, and inside that folder we are going to create one file. Okay, so for creating one file we're going to use notepad editor. So I'll write a code. Don't worry about the syntax right now, we will going to cover it in the upcoming tutorial. So I'll write the code and just follow along with me. So let's go. So I had used public class hello world, and then public static void name string args square bracket and curly braces, and then type system dot out dot print ln, and provide a string here. So hello world, and save into my desktop folder, which is I'll go into the desktop, which is reactive coding. I had to name same as your class name. You have to give your name of your file same as your class name. Okay, so I'll put my class name and then .java, which is the extension of the Java program. So I'll probably hit save, and as you can see here in your folder you'll find the hello world.java file. So I'll close this program right now and open the terminal again, cmd. So I'll hit enter, and I'll go to my desktop path. So I'll go into the desktop and then cd reactive coding folder. You can use dir command to see the how many files are there. So I can see here one file is there, hello world. For running your Java application, you need to first compile that file. Compiling is like you have to check the any errors are there. If not, then it will be compiled and converted into the bytecode. And once it is converted into a bytecode, you have to run that bytecode and it will go into the JVM. Don't worry about this right now. So we will going to cover in the upcoming video tutorial. For compiling, you have to use Java C and then along with your file name. So I'm giving them file name. So as you can see in the terminal, there is no error right now. So that program is compiled successfully. As you can see here in my folder, there is one another file is generated, which is .class file. This is the bytecode. So we are going to run that bytecode file. So I'll use Java command for running my Java application. So I'll what we can say, use Java, and without any extension I'll put my class name or file name and then hit enter. So as we can see in the terminal that output is come. So we had all installed our JDK successfully. So we'll probably move to the Linux part, how we can install JDK in your Linux. So I'm using VMware where I had installed my Linux. So I'll give my credential and open this and go to the full screen. Okay, so we are in the Linux terminal now. So it is a Linux operating system. So I'm using Linux 20th version. So you can use any version, whatever you like. So there are few steps I had noted here for installing Java in Linux. So I'll probably do that steps line by line. So open the terminal. You can open terminal from here, or you can go into this and type the terminal here and it will open a terminal. So first step is like you have to sudo this command you need to follow, and just follow along with me. So you will find that JDK will install in your Linux also. So if you don't have Linux, then probably you can watch the next video. So let's install the JDK if you have them. So I'll put the next command, which is Java hyphen version. So I'm checking if there is a Java is installed or not. So command Java not found cannot be can be installed with. So there are some of the commands which can be used. So I'm going to use this command as in the video tutorial. In the notepad, I'm using that one only. So I'll probably paste that link and then hit do you want to continue? Yeah, yes. So I put yes. So I'm using that command again. You can use this copy paste the command, or you can use the arrow key, up arrow key, to go into the previous command. So I'll use that one. So you can see here open JDK version 11 and JDK runtime environment is installed. So I want JDK also in my machine for using the Java C command. So I'll use this command. You can use also for installing JDK. Once that is done, then you can probably check Java. So Java version is installed. Java 11 I had installed in my Linux. So I'll probably use ls command to see which directory is there. So I'm going to change into the desktop, and where I will create one file. Okay, so I'm checking whether that JDK is installed in my machine properly or not. So I'll write the code as done in Windows like this. So hello world.java. So as you can see here, one text editor is open. So I'll, what you can say, write the same code, public class hello world. So close curly braces, and then public static void main string args open close curly braces, and then system dot out dot println, and inside that hello world. System.out.println is for printing a statement into the console. So I'll probably save this file and go to my terminal again, and I'll close this one and use ls command. So as you can see here, I had created one file. So I'm using javac for compiling my file. So hit enter. So it is compiled successfully, and for running I'll use java command. So hello world without. Will show you first what the folder is holding. So folder is having .class file and then .java file. So we are going to run this by using java command. Okay, so java hello world and hit enter. As you can see here in the console, we had printed hello world. So in the Linux also we had installed JDK successfully, and that's it for the video. If you get any trouble, feel free to ask in the comments. If my videos are helping you, don't forget to like and subscribe. This would motivate me to deliver more content in the future. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next video.